Okay, that is set. Whatever we do, we will have a recorded version of it on our channel. Then let me set my phone to for recording. Okay, people. I think we still have just the two of us, or the two of you guys, including myself, meaning we're three. So, are we guys set? Can we get started?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Let me share my screen. Okay. Before we get there, my name is Kenneth. I'm sure you might have seen me physically. Maybe for people who are in school, the Lee City people around, talking about Lower EMC this time around. You saw me in your class. Was it yesterday or the day before? One of the two. Then we have Mr. Afis, is a seven core member, and he happens to be in our midst. Okay, so without further ado, let me share my screen for the PowerPoint slide that we're going to use. Okay, hope you can see the screen.
Yes.
Okay, that makes. Can you see the blue welcome screen?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, welcome to Young Elites and Professionals. Okay, you must have heard that name over and over again. So somebody will want to ask, what is Young Elites and Professionals, or what brought about Young Elites and Professionals? Okay, so Young Elites and Professionals is a company. Even from the name, you can see that it is youth oriented. From the first word, young. We are young. Everybody on this call right now is a young person. Even if you are old, you must be young at heart. Okay, for you to want to look up an opportunity to see what you can gain from it. So we're young. That's the first thing. We are elites because to me, you don't need to be one of the cabals in the country for you to say you are an elite. To me, if you have passed through at least secondary school, you can read, you can write. To me, my own definition of elite is somebody who knows his right from his wrongs, somebody who is educated at least to an extent. So we're young, we're elites, and the professionalism to being, or for us being young and elite, is what this company has been designed to help us all achieve. So let me proceed. So this is an introduction to young elites and professionals. So who or what is young elites and professionals? Young elites and professionals is an ICT research company, meaning that the things that you'll be getting from us are ICT based, things that revolve around ICT. Okay, so we're founded 17th October 2018. The dream has been in the pipeline for a long time, but we went to the corporate Affairs Commission, the body that that takes care of registering real serious businesses in Nigeria, Corporate Affairs Commission, we went on that very day to obtain our certificate. Okay, on our next presentation, they will try to update this very slide alongside the certificate so that you can be sure that you're dealing with a legit company. We are debt free and we're privately owned, meaning that there's nobody coming to us tomorrow to say, hey, shut down. You're owing us this amount of money. So we are not owing anybody. Nobody will come to us today or will approach us anytime soon to say, hey, this company is owing them. So be rest assured that whatever dealings you'll be having with this company, it is strictly a clean and legit deal. Okay, so let me proceed. Somebody will say, wow, so this is the guy behind this thing. Fine. I have the intuition of removing this because this is what most people would do. They don't want to show the face of the owners so that you think that it is one YT, one Oyibo somewhere that has come up with this idea or something so that they can poo-poo you. No, I'm not about whether you believe it or not, but the concept I'm going to show you eventually would, I believe, will wow you. That's number one. And two, the reason why I've kept my picture open and kept everything open from day one is for you to be able to know that if this young guy could do this, there's no stopping you. All right. So this is the founder and CEO, Young Elites and Professionals. And today, everybody in this call or on this call today are potential stakeholders, potential board members. This is not a time whereby you form a company and you go and look for abstract people or you go and look for people who already are successful in their different fields. No. This time around, we are giving power back to the young people. So you don't need to have billions or millions before you can say, okay, you want to join up with this company and you want to own a major share in the company. The people that will form the eventual board members of this company is you listening to this video or to this presentation this very evening. So don't let me take your time. Much more later, we will talk about what brought about or what prompted the drive to actually launch this company. So first off, we want to know what's the mission, why are we here, what is really the goal of what Young Elites and Professionals have been set aside for. So reading our mission statement, we said we are looking forward to educating every African child and youth on current trends in the digital and creative industry and help them bring their own individual creativity into reality, because there's this thing I believe that for every human being on the face of this earth, there's something unique. I believe you guys, you believe in God, so there's something unique that God has placed inside of you for you to showcase in your lifetime to humanity, and you must not go back to Him. Just like the parable of the seed, or not the seed now, the servants, okay, where the parable of the talents, where the master gave to each servant some portion of his investment or a portion of his estate. Okay, to some he gave 5, to some he gave 3, to one he gave, to the last person he gave 1. Okay, so this is what I'm saying. By the time you are leaving the face of the earth, don't say, I don't think I could operate in large capacity. So you are taking back that thing that God has put into you for humanity to see. You are going back to Him and saying, hey, like the last guy in the parable that said, this greedy master just gave him 1 talent and you expect me to multiply it. That thing in you, it's about time you make it sing. And there's always a way to monetize it. Okay, so this in turn will rechannel the zeal and mindset of future leaders from cybercrime. I tell you, cybercrime has become one of the menace in Nigeria. Whenever you talk about the Nigerian youth, the next thing you are thinking about is that youth that is coming out here to scam us of our money. So we need to change that mentality. We need to change that orientation. Now, cybercrime is not even paying a lot of people. A lot of people are asking what they call plus. And that plus, don't let anybody go it. Plus is blood money. Plus is ritual. There is an extent to which, you add human parts to whatever they do. So the sacrifices and all that. So it's about time we cut down on these things. We are, for God's sake, we are really endowed here in Nigeria. As a Nigerian child, you are really endowed. A lot of things that we know that people in the outside world, if given that opportunity to swap, countries, will do far exceedingly more than what they are doing. So let's start giving ourselves back the mindset that in this country we produced a Chinua Achebe. In this country we produced the likes of Fela Kuti. In this country we produced Okonjo-Iweala and a whole lot of people, great minds. Let the youth of Nigeria start falling back to the mentality that I can do something tangible, something meaningful with the resources I have, no matter how small. It is in this country that we produced the man who owned 5 of the top largest or biggest airports in the UK. I'm talking about Adebayo Ogunlesi. You can Google him up. A lot of you heard the song by Burna Boy where he said, "As I dey hustle like Adebayo Ogunlesi." That is a real Nigerian, somebody who owned 5 airports in the UK. I'm not talking about Nigeria. I'm not talking about MM2 and MM1. I'm talking about in the UK. 5 airports. Adebayo Ogunlesi owned 5 of those airports. So, does he have 2 heads? I don't think so. The same way you are able to, the same way you are giving birth to, same way was he. So, we said, this in turn will rechannel the zeal and mindset of these future leaders from cybercrime to one that is sound with value-added services to humanity as to have a sustainable, come on, we can't overemphasize this, okay? So, on the long run, the vision is to see a community of young people who are duly equipped with digital skill set and having the same community of people absorbing a great percentage of the millions of unemployed people in this very society, okay? And this eventually will restore balance. Can you guys hear me? Am I speaking to myself?
No, I can hear you.
Good. It's so nice to know that I have people who are following. So, what do we hope to, deliver? But before we get to that slide, this is what Martin Luther King said. Martin Luther King Jr. said. He said the function of education. I believe you guys are educated. Everybody on this call is educated. So it's not about the degree, the certificate you're getting. You want to know the key reason why you are getting educated. So the function of education is to teach one to think intensively and to think critically. Intelligence plus character. That's the true goal of education. So having said that, somebody would want to say, okay, fine, what do you guys offer? Why are we here? So first off, I have to sound this note of warning. YEP, Young Elites and Professionals, does not offer a get-rich-quick scheme. We don't do that. But you will get rich quick if you decide to work. Remember, just like the words of Martin Luther King said, he said, it is to help you think critically. And when you see what we have packaged, wow, so this thing can be thought of here in Nigeria. Over the years, we've been joining, somebody like me, I've been joining different online businesses, and I've been joining those ones that were brought to us by the whites. So for the first time, a young Nigerian, without the billions or without the millions and the godfathers, is actually coming up with this kind of idea. And if somebody like this can do it, you yourself can come up with great and better ideas than this. So what do we offer? We are offering e-learning. So on our e-learning section, see, the solution of what we are offering is we are looking at every sector that every human being cannot do without. One way or the other, you spend money on those sectors. Just think about that thing that you see people around you or you yourself, what you think you spend money on that something that you cannot do without. Let's say in a space of 1 day, 2 days, 1 week, you must infuse your money into that platform, into that sector. So e-learning, why we use e-learning, we could have used education, but everybody is educated. So when you say education, people are thinking about tutorials for schools, or they're thinking about things that pertains to academics alone. But no, this time around we are looking at entrepreneurial skill sets, things that you can add to your portfolio to augment the current skills you already have, to balance up the classroom education and your street credibility. So e-learning, on our e-learning sections, we have different courses that you can actually take. You have courses on visa processing. A lot of people want to JAPA. A lot of young Nigerians want to JAPA. Eventually, you're going to give your money to fellow Nigerians, people that are not in UK or US. They are here in Nigeria with you, okay? And you give them your money to help you process your visas. So it's about time you know that thing that they know. At least that will help you cut down on your travel expense. Next on the list is the agricultural and livestock sector. Tell me, if you're in this house today, in this room today, if you didn't eat today, can I hear your voice? You didn't eat. You didn't eat anything from crops. You didn't eat anything from livestock. Let me hear you make a sound. Definitely nobody. Okay, so we feed off of agriculture. So it's a daily routine. It's something that we cannot do without. So we are giving you this sector in that when people spend money, anything we show you today is a sector that people cannot do without, a sector that people must spend their money on. And what we have designed here is how we can get a fraction of the money spent on each of these sectors into your own bank account without you even knowing that somebody spent such money. Okay? You don't need to be there when they are buying their food crops. You don't need to be there when they are buying their meat, their livestock produce. You don't need to be there. But a fraction of that money can actually hit your bank account. So we're talking about gadgets, all right? Furthermore, we're going to incorporate a section called electronics, because when you talk about phones and PCs, definitely you know what it is. So we have other sectors that we're going to infuse into the platform. And I think after tonight's call, we'll make sure that our IT sector, our IT guys fix that. So the electronics part is coming about. So think about that your friend that is an iPhone freak. One way or the other, before the end of this year, he or she is going to upgrade to iPhone 13 if they are not already on iPhone 13 Pro Max or iPhone 14. So those are your iPhone freaks, okay? Let them see this platform. Let them buy through this platform. And for everything they spend, a fraction of that is coming to me. So we'll get to that part where we explain it in much details, okay? So we are talking about this sector, phones and PCs, when people are buying PCs all over Nigeria. You don't need to be there when they are making that purchase. A fraction of that money can actually hit your bank account. Do you use anything in cosmetics? These are rhetorics. These are rhetorical questions, okay? All of us, we use body cream, we use lotions, we use, what's it called? Anything just to beautify your skin. You use your body sprays, your roll-ons, and all that. So trust me, people are going to spend huge chunk of their money in this sector of the economy, of which they're already doing. But you stand a chance to get a fraction of whatever they do. Wow, fashion. That's like the A thing. Okay, apart from entertainment in the country today, fashion is another sector that people can't do without. Everybody is trying to oppress one another, isn't it? Everybody is trying to show their latest barbs. All right, people can go ahead to buy the latest Gucci, the latest Prada, the latest Louis Vuitton. So all these things that we like to spend our money on, we are trying to tell you that we are getting you positioned so that when people keep spending money on what they like to spend their money on, we're getting a share of it. So real estate. Somebody will say real estate. How are you talking about real estate? I'm still young. Who says? Who says at your age you cannot own plots of land? Who says at your age you can't, buy houses? I'm saying it with my full chest. At your age you can buy houses. You can start building. Okay, let me give you an instance. If you see 100 million naira today, somebody, maybe Atiku or Baba Bat or Obi just comes to you and gives you a Ghana mosque of 100 million naira. Tell me you're not going to buy a house from it. Come on. So what is holding a lot of young people is the finance to do it. So don't worry, we have you covered. So we're looking at real estate. Whenever people buy properties, a fraction of whatever they spend can actually hit your bank account. We're also looking at equipment, whether heavy equipment, whether clinical equipment, because these sectors are things that people will keep buying or putting their money in. Okay, for farmers, for road construction companies, for clinicals, for doctors, people that own hospitals, for people that own gym and the rest, people will keep buying equipment. So a fraction of each and every of their spendings can actually hit your bank account. We're also looking at furniture. Do you have furniture in your house? That's a crazy question for me to ask. Furniture is one thing that every family cannot do without. Even as a young and upcoming, you are looking forward to one day owning your own place. And definitely furniture is one of the things that comes to mind. So let people spend money on furniture, position yourself to get a fraction of whatever money they're spending. We're looking at healthcare. Okay, people want to go for healthcare, they are going for their clinicals. You can actually get a fraction of their spending in this sector. And we're talking about people who go for gym, people who go for yoga, people who go for these different therapy sessions. We're just looking at health generally, all right? So a fraction of the spendings of people in this sector can actually hit your bank account. So just keep still. Now this is getting interesting. Do you have voice, especially for people in school? Let's not talk about the people in the conventional outside world. Let's talk about people in school. Do you have boys, crazy boys in your school who come to school with different breeds of automobiles? That's crazy. That's a crazy question. A lot of your old guys, they're all bringing cars to school. So let them keep upgrading, let them keep buying cars, because this sector is one that everybody needs, everybody wants to have a taste of. You yourself listening to this presentation now, I know that you have it in mind that you want to get your own car in the next couple of months or years. So let people spend money on automobiles. You can actually position yourself to get a fraction of this spending. Don't worry, we got you covered. The way it's going to be done is very simple. So let people search for jobs. So on our platform, people can get jobs. On our platform, when people get jobs, somebody gets paid. Don't worry, we'll get to that part pretty soon. So all these, even including pets, we don't want to leave any sector of the economy that we know that people spend money on. We don't want to leave it hanging. We want to make sure that we cover every single sector. So let people get their Rottweilers, let them get their, their Bulldogs, let them get their German Shepherd, whatever pets they are getting. Get cats, guinea pigs, let them get their pigeons. We want to make sure that for every spending going forward, you get a fraction of the spending. So that's a little about what we offer. So somebody will say, fine, you've said all these things, it sounds interesting. When people are getting that, there's a platform where people can get whatever they get, and fine, people are making money. So we want to ask, how does this, the smart question to ask is, how does this relate to me? How do I get paid off of this your fine presentation? Because I'm here for money. Is that not? That's what most of us are here for. Okay. You want to know, how can this platform benefit you? Aside that, you have a platform where you can get all those things I've mentioned. You want a platform whereby you can also benefit from the business going in or going on the platform. One of the major reasons for people that did MMM one of the major reasons that NMM crashed is that the Nigerian government saw money exchanging hands. And none of them is coming to their own coffers. When a company or a business is established in a country, the government wants to see how they can take a huge chunk of whatever transaction that is happening. And at the end of the day, there's nothing coming to their own pockets. They became crazy about it. That no, we just see people exchanging. But I'm not saying MMM business, purely MMM business is a Ponzi scheme. It's not even a business, because from school we've learned that business entails the exchange of goods or services for some remunerations, so for some money, either in cash or in kinds. But now we see that cash was exchanging hands and nothing is coming, there's no physical service or product that is attached to that transaction. So it got to the government, nothing is coming to them, it's a Ponzi scheme, so they have to shut it down. But what will make a platform like this thrive is that people are getting value, in the sense that people are moving their goods and services from place to place. Other people are purchasing it, they are making money. But we don't just want you to get excited about people exchanging, goods and services, putting money, banking money in their pockets, because that is virtually what every other e-commerce platforms have been doing all this while. I don't want to mention different companies, but you know what an e-commerce platform is. A platform whereby you can go to their website or their mobile app and buy something from. So e-commerce. Commerce means business, so e-business. So, or e-marketplace. That's electronic marketplace. So whenever you see e-commerce, it means a marketplace. Now we've been seeing all those platforms and people are exchanging goods and services. Nothing is coming to you. So for the first time, we have created a platform where people will be selling or buying different things. As money is exchanging hands, you stand a huge chance to getting a fraction of those spendings. So now, how does it apply to you? Just like in this quote, he said, in life you have two choices, because trust me, we all have two choices. It's either we work for the rich, or we find a way to become rich ourselves. So it's either you are going to school so that at the end of the day you go look for a job, work for somebody. When you're looking for a job, the job you're looking for, it was not established by spirits, or it's not an abstract thing. It is established by real human beings just like yourself. Maybe the person may be older than you or so, but the person has kids your age, meaning that you're going there to work for that person's empire. So it's either you work for the rich or you become rich yourself. So if you decide that you want to become rich, especially with this platform, because knowing that transactions will be going on like on a per second billing, it's good to join our business expansion project. All right. So what is this business expansion project about? It's all about taking this news, taking this platform, making it go viral. The same way you've been joining different skit makers. You're just joining them, you're subscribing to the channels, you're subscribing to their content, and you're not getting anything in return. You're just making up for the number of subscribers that they need. And when you do that, they get paid either by TikTok, either by Facebook or Instagram, YouTube. They get paid. You see somebody with 1 million followers. How many followers do you have? How much are you making from it? But instead of doing that, I'll show you where to concentrate your energy going forward. So, good. I don't want to take your time because I'm sure a lot of people, when you see this man called Robert Kiyosaki and you see the cash flow quadrant, it gives you some crazy ideas. But I don't want to dwell on this tonight. Some other time, I will show you an insight into what he's trying to make you understand. But what I want you to take away from this slide is the power of number. For you to actually become rich, go and check the track record or the records of all the billionaires. I'm not just talking about millionaires, I'm talking about the big guys in the sectors of different economies of the world. Okay? They all capitalize on numbers. When I hear people say they want to jackpot, I just laugh, I marvel, because you don't understand the power of what you have here. In Nigeria, we have 200 million people. I was telling my friend during the week, I happen to have a friend who studied in Mauritius. Okay, I see a lot of people, a lot of Nigerians, they're trying to travel to Mauritius. And this guy told me he schooled in Mauritius. He told me that in Mauritius, that the entire population, they are not more than 1 million plus. 1 million plus is just a fraction of just the Ibadan population. So what do you think, you going from Nigeria, what do you think you are going to Mauritius to offer them? And where is the market? The market is the people. So the larger the number of people you have in a given location or geographical location, the more the sales or the more the profit you can make from them. Okay, so take to heart the power of number, because I'm going to dwell a little on it in the next slide. Just like the words of J. Paul Getty. J. Paul Getty happens to be the first billionaire in the US. He said, I'd rather have 1% of the efforts of 100 men than 100% of my efforts. Okay, so this is talking about the power of number, because if you do it alone, you can wear yourself out. Let me give you an instance or an analogy. I've been talking too fast, so I'm having this tongue twisting thing. So the analogy is that imagine yourself as an entrepreneur in the agricultural sector. So an entrepreneur in an agricultural sector, maybe you have tens of thousands of hectares of land. They say, fine, you yourself, you're being greedy, you don't want to delegate work to other people. Let's say you have 1,000 hectares of land or 10,000 hectares of land, and you say, you yourself by yourself, you want to be the one to clear the land, you want to be the one to cultivate it, you want to be the one to, feed it when the time comes, you want to be the one to irrigate, do the irrigation thing. You yourself, you still want to be the same person to harvest when it's time. I'm telling you, you may not even get halfway. The person may even die on the way. So that's you trying to concentrate 100% of your effort in doing the job. What if that 10,000 hectares of land, you could delegate it to, let's say, 100 people? Each person is getting 1,000 hectares. Is that it? 10,000. That's each person is getting 100 hectares, and give it out to 100 men. So each man is manning 100 hectares. You're not interested in doing the job yourself. You've delegated it to other people. Okay. So this time around, what you're doing is that at the end of it all, you're just going to take 1% of each of those 100 men's effort. And if you sum it up, it becomes 100%. So that's the power of number. If you have that insight into capitalizing on the number of people in a given community, you are in business. That's how to know if your business will thrive or not. Okay, so we have 200 million plus people in this very country, and you can actually make something huge out of this number of people. So let me show you what the revenue sharing is, because it's all about sharing of revenue. Everything that is generated on this platform will be shared. Okay, so somebody will say, somebody is already pissed off saying referral. If you don't like anything referral, just skip that center column. Don't look at it. It's not for you. But if you want to capitalize on the power of number, you want to look at that. Because ordinarily, we all have been recommending different things to our friends, people around us. You have that nice haircut as a guy, and your friend asks you, where did you get this haircut? Easy, you just point them to the barber. Person goes over there, gets his haircut, and the barber does not even give you any congratulatory message or even give you a tip. Okay, so getting people to see great products and services is what we already have been doing all this while. But the power of this middle column is to help you. Will I say, if I use the word weaponize, somebody will say, what's this guy saying? Okay, it's to help you monetize it. Let me use the monetary word, monetize it. So for everybody that is going to see this platform, I'm telling you, you guys on this call, or you guys that got my messages first, are the first line of people to see this concept. So before it goes viral, before it becomes pure water that everybody knows about, you stand a huge you stand a huge chance to capitalizing and owning a great fraction of the markets that is coming. Okay, we already have the markets. A lot of people have not yet seen it, so the market is here. So if you can capitalize on this information and run with it, you stand a chance to be one of the top earners when the time comes. When we're going to parade you guys on stage. Trust me, we are on our pre-launch state. We are taking 1 year to pre-launch. So starting this January to the 31st of December 2023 is our pre-launch state. So that by 1st of January 2024, we are launching it out massively. And the people that will be the frontliners, people hearing this information right now. So what was this revenue sharing formula about? We said we are looking at sharing 70% of our revenue with anybody who is serious to run with us. I'm getting some noise on the background. Let me try to mute. Whoa, okay. I think let me try to mute. Okay, I think I'm good now. When I need you to, when I'm done with this slide, then we can open up the audio lines. Okay, so quickly, we said for everybody who is ready to work with us, 70% of the total revenue has been mapped out to be given back to those who are serious and ready to work with us. And what we're saying, now you have seen our services, you've seen the things, the areas we want to work on or work with. Imagine that you have that friend or you have that schoolmate who wants to buy the latest iPhone or the latest Samsung Android phone. On our platform, we're assuring you that you'll be getting things very cheap at the price that you not even get it in the open market. So that is one advantage to us, why people will want to stick with this platform to use it and enjoy it for the rest of their life. Okay, so for people who are going to join up with us, if you are interested in selling one thing or the other, we have endless list of importers, people that you can get these commodities from at very cheap rates. Okay, close to zero rates, as in, what I mean when I say close, it's not that you're getting it for free, but you are getting it ridiculously cheap. So that's one aspect that we have you covered on. Then, if people in your circle of influence decides that okay, they want to be partners with us, they also want to enjoy the things we have. This is how we are split it. We said people that you bring or your direct partners that sign up directly with you, whatever their sign-up fee is, you are getting 20%. When they decide to do what you have done, meaning that they also have their circle of influence and they are getting on board everybody on their WhatsApp list, everybody on their phone book, everybody on their Instagram, everybody on their Twitter, their Facebook, you know what that means. When they are signing such people up, those people become your own level 2 partners. So you are still getting extra commission on their payments. So whatever money they use in signing up, you are getting 10%. The same thing goes for level 3, meaning that those new people have gotten people in their circle of influence on board, they are getting 10% down to the 4th level and to the 5th level. So I think there's an error in this slide. I'm sure maybe some people didn't see it. It's written 34. I'll make sure I edit it tonight. So it's the 4th level and the 5th level. Each person getting on board, you don't need to know when they are getting on board. It could be 10 people getting on board straight on this level. You are getting 5% on each of them. So that's just by the way. I don't like to even do it so much on the referral commissions. It will happen automatically. This is where the juice is, the sales commission. Somebody wants to ask, okay, fine. I like the concept of sales, meaning that I can sell my own products on your website, which is good. Then What if people are not interested in what I'm selling? Let's say I'm selling this scissors. Let's say I'm into scissors importation, and I listed it on your website, and somebody just came, what's this for selling scissors? What do I want to use scissors for? He abandons it and goes for somebody who is into, let's say, jewelries. Meaning that the person is not interested in what you have. Meaning that you don't make money. Is that what it means? Let me shock you. Everybody getting on board has their own unique version of our website. Did you hear me clearly? Everybody getting on board this platform as a partner, you have your own customized, unique version of our website. It will appear exactly like our own website, but any purchase that is made on that your own website, you are getting a fraction of that sales. That is where getting your own commission comes to play. So if I were you, what I'll do after tonight is there's an opportunity for you to register a free account. In the free account goes for, the validity is 24 hours. So what you need to do is, there are two web links. There are two links on when you sign up. Okay, you see the affiliate web link where you can invite your friends. Then you have the store link. The store is the replica of our website, whereby the e-commerce platform will look exactly like our own, but anything that is purchased on that very version of the website, if a fraction of that money spent is credited to you. So what I would do if I were you is sign up on that free account, copy both of my links out, and start sharing it. You don't know the power of that. What the great thing about doing that alone, that's why I tell people, you don't need to open your mouth to tell anybody about our platform. Just if you can do copy and paste, that's all you need. Copy and paste in the sense that just share your link, put it on all of your social media platforms, share it directly to your friends. We have cookies attached on our website. And what cookies does, for the IT guys in the house, you understand what cookies does on the website. Once you click on that link keeps following you for the rest of your life. Meaning that so long you don't format that phone, so long you are using that phone or you are using that laptop, whenever you now decide that, oh, I don't have money today, let's say in the next 3 months, you now come back to that link. So maybe you have a need to buy something, and maybe on other platforms you are seeing it at a very ridiculously expensive price. But you came to our platform and you saw that it is very cheap. They say, hey, thank God I've seen it at this cheap rate. You come to that website and make that purchase. Remember, the person that gave you that link like 3 months ago, and you've even forgotten that you've ever clicked that link. But because of the cookies attached to that website, it sticks with you for life. So whenever you're coming back to make that purchase, that initial person that sent you that link gets that commission. That is super. Okay, so take note of this sales commission section. So for everybody in your direct registered members could be 100 people, it could be 10 people, it could be one person. One person can decide that he has 5,000 Instagram followers and shares his link, and let's say 1,000 people join up with him. You don't need to know those 1,000 people. Whenever there's a purchase on his website, through those 1,000 people, you are getting 2.5% on each of them. But the sweet thing is that on your own direct website, whenever there's a purchase on your website, 10% of the sales is hitting your bank account. Let's say somebody, okay, I'll give you an analogy of that in the next slide. So, showing you the power of number in real time. Let's assume this figure here, this head here is you. Okay, let's use this to depict you in the picture. Okay, you saw this opportunity, you were fired up with it, and you ran with it. And you say, wow, I have 5,000 Instagram followers, I have 100 WhatsApp followers, I have 100 WhatsApp contacts on my phone, I have so number of people on my Facebook, and you decide to start sharing your link. Okay, so those people are your direct. That means whenever they sign up with your link or do anything with your link, it is coming directly to you. So they are your level 1. So let's say you sign up the first person, the second, the third, fourth. Let me fast forward this up to the 10th or to the infinite person. Okay, those people form your first level. So it could be more than 10, it could be less than 10, it could be 1, it could be 100, it could be 1,000 people. But just put out your link there. You don't know who is clicking on it. Okay. So if I were you, I'll just put out my link as much as possible. You don't know who is ready to click. So whenever they click, they get stuck with you for life. Note that word, for life. So, and along the line, they were able to see this video or see some of our materials and see that truly they can actually make something out of this as a side hustle. Okay. So let's say each of them to decide to sign up 10 people each, like that, like that, like that, like that. Those people form your own level 2. And those other people keep doing the same thing. They got to your level 3. This could run into millions of people. 4 and up to level 5. 5 levels deep and infinite wide. It can go up to 1 million people wide, okay? But 5 levels deep is where it caps. So till infinity. So let's show you the power of numbers as applied to this number of people you formed. Okay, so we're saying on just that they signed up, there are 3 different packages on our platform. We have the silver, we have the gold, and we have the diamond. But currently, each of these packages are, because we are running our pre-launch for 1 year. So between this January to 31st of December 2023, we have made both the silver, the gold, and the diamond packages. We have made it unitary, meaning that the same amount you pay for silver is what you pay for gold, and the same amount is what you pay for diamond at this pre-launch stage. So we made it a flat rate of 10,000 naira. 10,000 naira is not too big money or too small money for a young person to start his life business on. All right, so that's your sign-up package. And when you get signed up, you get a certain fraction back. You get a percentage, a percentage of that sign-up fee comes back into your bank account. 10% hits your bank account. Okay, it's just like you getting to have funds in your wallet, and with that you can buy different things on the platform. So, and you can even make direct withdrawal of such funds. So we are saying, for the sake of illustration, we are using this table showing you the power of 10, meaning that let's say you had this capacity to bring 10 people on board by yourself. A lot of people have crazy number of people on their different social media platforms. You'll be shocked that one person can even bring in 1,000, 10,000 people to the platform. Okay, so let's just limit this to say everybody is just doing just 10. Note, look at this table. We said, note this table is only for illustration purpose of what is possible. There's no guarantee that anyone can build this type of team, this kind of team. Because trust me, if you can build this team, all the figures you are seeing here will happen for you. So let's look at what level 1 is saying. On your first level, anybody you sign up directly falls under your first level, and you are getting 20% of their sign-up fee. So imagine you signed up 10 people. 20% on 10,000 naira is 2,000 naira. So on 10 people, you're thinking 20,000 naira. Okay. So by the time we activate the gold and diamond packages, their true amount. All right. Gold is 50K, thereabouts. Diamond also has its own price, but because of this analogy, let's streamline our illustration on silver, because this is not applicable now. It will come to play starting from January 2024. So let's now look at the gold package, since everything is working based on the silver package registration. So on your first level, you're looking at, based on 10 people, you're looking at 20,000 naira. On your second level, if every other person keeps doing just what you did, the same way you did it, you are getting, remember you started the job first, you are getting this amount. Your third level, if you're able to build your team this way, meaning that everybody who is signing up, you are just giving them the orientation of do 10 and go and rest for the rest of your life. Do 10 and so everybody doing 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. By the time you are on your fifth level, you would have had 100,000 new people on that level, plus your initial 10,000 plus your 1,000. So you're thinking about 111,110 in total. Okay. So based on that registration alone, this is achievable, this is obtainable. But let's not look at team building. Let's look at when people decide to make purchases. So I'm giving you 3 sectors out of the numerous sectors that I've enumerated when I started this presentation. Okay, so we're looking at the phones and PC sector. We're looking at the automobile sector because I trust everybody on this call wants to get a higher version of phone or laptop. If you want to buy a car at some point in your life, you want to buy land or own houses, buildings at some point in your life. So let's say you were able to find something you love on this platform. Remember, you have built this type of team. That is why building team is the major focus. If you can build this team, forget it, go to sleep. If you can sign up one person, forget it, go to sleep. And if you have the capacity to sign up more than 10 people, go to sleep. Because that one person you signed up may have the capacity of signing up 2,000 people. You don't know. Down the line. All right. So based on that number of people you've gathered on your team, each time they are buying anything on the phone sector, the phones and PC sector, let's say they got a new Samsung for 100K. 10% of that Samsung cost hit your bank account in real time. There's no two ways about it. I'm not saying 10% of profit, 10% of the sales amount. The Samsung goes for 100K and he made that purchase through the website. You are getting 10%. Whether the owner of the gadget made profit or not, that's not a concern. You are getting 10%. And the way we structured it is that we calculated a minute figure in addition to whatever you are selling your product. So we have every sector covered, we have every area covered. Everybody must get their own share from every sale on this platform. So you are getting your 10%, and let's say 10 people on your platform who you brought in directly bought something around that amount from this sector, and you are getting 10% on it. When you multiply 10,000 naira, which is 10% of 100K, multiply by 10 people, that means on that their purchase alone, you are getting 100K. It is all structured, all the math has been done into our website so that once the transaction happens, everybody gets their accounts. Okay, there's no hanky-panky anywhere. And we are talking to you from the standpoint of a registered business. Okay, I'm not talking to you from the standpoint of the person you're meeting. So anything you do with this company is liable by law. For the law students in the house, you understand. And if you're not a law person, you know that as well. Anything that somebody does with a registered business, it is you against the federal authorities. Okay, so let's go ahead. Your level 2. Imagine each of those people, when they got started initially, they were diligent enough to get 10 people each into their team. Meaning that in your own level 2, you have 10 of each of these people, making you have 100 people on that level. Let's say those 100 people at some point they had to change their phone, they had to buy some gadgets in the phones and PC section, okay? And let's say they also did the same thing these guys did, 100K kind of phones. A lot of people spend more money on phones. People already are spending money on iPhone 13 Pro Max. People are getting the iPhone 14 booked already and all that. So they're going to spend their money. So be rest assured of that. So on each of those people's purchase, 2.5% of their money is like on this amount is like 25 thereabout. If you multiply it by 100 people's money, that's 250K. You don't need to know when they're making their purchase. You could be in your exam hall, you could be traveling out of the country, you could be in your maternal home, relaxing, you could be in a resort, catching cruise, catching fun. And somebody goes ahead to make different transactions. You are getting that fraction of money. And imagine what could happen if you have built a team of 1,000 people, like 2.5, and this can happen in a day. We're talking about daily transactions here. Everything you see on this slide could happen in one day. That is why, and that's the much reason why you want to focus your effort in this beginning stage to invite as many of your friends as possible. Give out your links. Just let people click on it and let them register for the free accounts. Let them create free accounts. Let them keep registering free accounts. At some point, they will come back to that website to say, I saw this thing for cheap. It's cheaper than every other platform. So they're coming back to that platform to get one or two or more things. And if they've used your link from the day one, they are tied to you for the rest of their lives. You don't need to pray and fast about it. So for now, keep sharing your web link, keep sharing your unique link with us. So after this presentation, go ahead to the website and make your registration. It's free. The first 24 hours is free. Okay, so sign up, get your free account, start giving out your links. Let the whole Nigeria use your own link to sign up. Whenever they are making purchases, at some point, a fraction of that money is sitting in your account. So imagine you have 10,000 people out of 200 million people in Nigeria. That's a ridiculous number. Okay, so you yourself can own 10,000 people. The same way you have 10,000 Instagram followers, 10,000 Twitter followers, and all that, Facebook friends. You can also have them on this platform where they have used your link to sign up. You don't even need to know them. You don't need to call them. Especially those people on Facebook. They can click on anything. Just put an attractive info out there and make them click on that link and register an account, a free account, which runs for 24 hours. So if they now decide they want to run business with it, that is when they can go ahead to activate their full packages, either of silver, gold, or diamond plans. Okay, but for now, everybody should get their free accounts. Do that tonight. All right. So this is potential daily income. Anything you see here could happen in one single day. Okay, people could do this transaction in one day. In one day, 10,000 people could buy different things from different locations in Nigeria. When you sum it up, it could give you 10,000 transactions. So you could capitalize on 25 million naira hitting your bank account in one single day. And if you build this kind of thing and they know what it entails, that everybody is getting a fraction of this company's money, I'm telling you, they are going to far exceed that your power of 10. Okay, so but let's just streamline. Let's say every other person is also getting 10. At this point, you'll be like getting 100,000 people on your platform, and you could get this amount. I don't want to mention it. It's scary. Somebody will say, is this possible? It is possible. Okay? It is super possible. This is our sharing ratio. On every transaction, 20% of that money is set aside for members, for partners. So if, let's say, you are selling something for 100 naira, just have it at the back of your mind that 80 naira is actually the amount the owner of that product is getting. You must have negotiated it. You must have agreed that this is the amount he's selling. We are only adding 20% that we want to give out to our affiliates. And if you check it, this is 10%, 2.5, 2.5, which is 5, 2.5, 2.5, another 5. So 5 plus 5 is 10. So 20% is what we add on the products and services that you get on our platform. And I'm still telling you again, I'm repeating it. Whatever product or services you're going to get here, you can't get it this ridiculously cheap any other place. So we have you covered. Okay, we have contacts of top importers in the country that will link you up to, so that when you get it directly from the importers, whatever amount you still sell out there in the market, you are still selling way below the belt. Okay, so that's that part. Let's talk about automobiles. Okay, a lot of people want to buy the latest Benz, you want to buy the G-Wags, that's the G-Wagons, you want to buy the latest Range Rovers, you want to buy even that Rickety car. Don't worry, there's always something for you to spend your money on when it comes to automobiles on our platform. So let's say, for instance, somebody buys a car worth 5 million naira. I think Camry Muscle. It used to go for 3 million naira before the hike in dollar price. For now, I think it's around that 5 million naira, and there are some cars as well in that lane. Okay, so let's say you're getting a car minimum 5 million naira, or somebody somewhere through the website saw a car for 5 million naira and decides to make a purchase of it. That person may fall under somebody in your team, and if that person falls on your level one team members, you are getting 5 mil. If they are 10 in number, but 10% of 5 million naira is 500k. So if it is only one purchase, you could get 500k for not knowing, just for not knowing that somebody bought a car. All right, that's just an illustration, remember. So different things that people will spend money on. So just keep looking at this table here. After this event tonight, I'll put out this complete slide on the Telegram room, so that on your own you can go through the slide and see the things you missed out on, and which will help you to understand what we're offering. So the same thing could happen as well in real estate sector, where somebody is getting a piece of land or getting some apartments and the rest. You are getting this kind of remuneration into your bank account, and it goes on and on and on like that for several other sectors that we mentioned in the slide. So earlier when we got started with this business, we talked about the further industries of interest. Right? When we started Young Elites and Professionals, the only sector that we looked into was the e-learning sector, and that was when I was shouting forex trading, come and learn how to trade forex. My guys that traded forex today, they made some couple of dough. If you have access to my WhatsApp status, you'll see some things that has been posted there. Okay, so we made some good money today trading forex. So forex is just one aspect, it's just one course under our e-learning section. So now with this e-commerce platform, we'll be able to infuse real estate into it, we'll be able to infuse agriculture into it. Of course, e-commerce is the main thing we're doing now. So have that back of the mind that pretty soon we'll be looking at hospitality, we'll be looking at transportation, we'll be looking at oil and gas sector. We want to have a share of this national cake. We shouldn't leave it only to the cabals. We as well as elites, we are cabals in our own, in our own realm. So we're talking telecommunications. These are sectors that we're still going to look into, that we're going to infuse into this platform. And trust me, people are spending money on all of these platforms. So whenever they're spending money, have at the back of your mind that you could actually capitalize from the purchases or their spendings, so to say. So take your time when you get your hand on this slide, go to the disclaimer page. You want to look at it critically. We are not here to hype you, we are not here to tell you what is not possible. All the things we have mentioned here, this disclaimer covers it all. So at your leisure time, go via it after I've posted it on the website, on the channel. Please, by tomorrow, make sure that you bring many of your friends. Let them know about this great movement that we have started. So with that, we have come to the end of today's or tonight's presentation. Thank you. We'll be opening up the lines now for us to have our interactive session so that you can ask your questions. You have areas that you need clarifications on. I would want to hear your questions. So thank you for sticking in. So I think Oluwayemisi, you are the only one available now. So may I know if you have questions from what you heard so far?
Right.
Is everything clear?
Yes.
Okay. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I would like you to rate what you heard tonight. 1 being very poor, then 10, the
It was
peak.
okay. It was okay. It was okay. Like it
Okay.
was good. The presentation was good and nice, well composed.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
But
Thank you. I so
maybe
much appreciate that. I don't wait till we have a million people in the house before. If it's only one person we have in the room, the energy is still the same. Thank you so much for even making it count. All right, I really appreciate your presence. So, do you see yourself, or when do you see yourself signing up with us?
well, with everything that I heard, with everything that I heard, I think it's good to give it a try. So
Good, good, good. So this concept is not just hitting big city. It's in UI, it's in Polybanon, and we are covering all the 36 states. Okay. On Thursdays we do NYSC. That's why we have the guy Afis, okay, although he has left. We do NYSC or CDS. So I'm a certified CDS trainer. If we have time, I have to go into the room to get my certificate with NYSC. So I'm a certified CDS trainer with the NYSC. CDS is the, what am I saying? The side section of NYSC. Side is skill acquisition and entrepreneurship department of
all right.
NYSC. So I also train them. So we are not just doing schools, we are doing every young Nigerian we can find. So whether it's school, whether you're a serving corps member, we infuse you because this market actually is for every young person in Nigeria. And trust me, when they will catch the fire, people like you would have gone far in it. Right. So
All
even
right.
if you don't have an existing business, for people who don't have existing businesses, we can link them up, like I said, with importers that will sell at ridiculously cheap price to you. And when you come back here and you're still selling below the belt, people like beefing you like you're spoiling market for us and all that. But trust me, you'll be making sales.
All
So
right.
um yeah, I think we'll call it a wrap for today. And I hope by tomorrow you invite many of your friends to join us.
All right. No problem.
Okay. So let's get the work started. So first thing, sign up, get the free account. All right. Go to our website. You know the link. You have the link to our website, right?
Yes.
Yes. Sign up for the. Click on the register button and get your free account. Use that. Use this 24-hour window to
I've done
check
that already.
how. Is that?
I said I've done that already.
Whoa, that's awesome. So you heard the gist. Just on that section where you see the store link and the affiliate link, copy them, share it to as many people as possible. All right. And tell them about what we're doing so that you can own your huge chunk of the market right on time.
Okay.
So thank you so much for being a part of this presentation tonight. I really appreciate your presence. Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome.
So at the moment, we'll be calling it a wrap. I'll be ending
All
the
right.
presentation. So do have a wonderful night rest.
And you too.
Yeah, thanks.